In this week's episode of The Enthusiast. In this week's episode of The Enthusiast, Shakti Comics' new covers are revealed, and I'm going to be talking about them on this show, on this episode, so stay tuned. And so much more in this week's episode. In the quickfire news this week, few publications have released The Phantom issue number 1980, The Mystery of the Marley Becks, and issue number 1981, The Coast of Chains. And we're going to be having a look at it. I've just got them from my local news agency. Yes, I've been a bit slack in the last couple of weeks. I haven't been going down to my local news agency because, things get busy and a person just doesn't have the time to go back to his local news agency and buy his comics that they've been storing for the last probably 4 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks? 4 weeks. I don't know. Something like that. So we're gonna unbox those comics. I'm gonna talk about them. And let's do it. As you probably would know, Brad is a terrible singer. So the bag is unveiled. The bag is out. The comics are out. And, that's actually quite nice. That is quite a good cover. Oh, it's by Antonio Lemos. This is the first time I've actually seen those covers. So, yeah. First time. This is so awkward. Issue number 1980, The Mystery of the Marley Becks. Have a look at that. That is great. I love Antonio Lemos and his covers and his art in general, and it's just so good. Look at that. That's great. The back cover, that's awesome. How the flames are just flicking out like that. Awesome. This is what I'm talking about. Flames. It's quite awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Have I not said that already? Plus Operation Domino Part 4. We'll actually take a little bit of diving, just not spoiling, because I've already read this in another book that was published by Hermes Press a few years ago. I reviewed it. It's in a channel somewhere, and I'll have a little link here somewhere. So, The Mystery of the Marley Becks was originally a Charlton Comics story, and it was a Don Newton story as well. It was a Don Newton story. He did the art, the interior art for the story, and his stuff is really, really great. I really, really love Don Newton's work. Even though it's sad that he's still not with us, and it's sad that he's not around anymore and he's up in the mighty clouds up there. But yeah, his art is just amazing. Especially when you have a look at, if you know of the Charlton Comics stories and what stories and artworks that Don Newton were working on and had involvement in, then you'll know what I'm talking about, because the covers on those stories, the covers that are packaged in these stories, are some of the best covers that any Phantom fan has seen. It's some of the covers that Charlton Comics were producing, especially the Don Newton ones, were next level. They were absolutely brilliant. They were amazing. They were any objective word that you can think of, that's what they were, because they were just fantastic with our PH and a pun. Okay, we also, as I said, we were also going to have a look at the Coast of Chains. Issue number 1981, 19 issues away from issue number 2000. It's coming, folks. It is coming, and it's coming in 2025. It's going to be awesome. And this comic, this cover was done by the legendary, the most greatest of cover artists that we have in Australia. It is done by Grange Wallace. That is awesome. It is really, it's really great because it's a wraparound cover. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yes. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. That is absolute cracker, that is. Woohoo! Oh, look at it. Okay, we've got to have a look at this. We've got to have a look at this. Look at the detail on that ring. Oh, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Magnifico. Okay, the next Phantom comic comes out on the 24th of October, which is next week. And it's going to be so good. It is going to be absolute terrific. It is issue number 1982. It's the Prince in Al-Madinlin. This looks like an original story. I haven't heard of this one, or this could be a Phantom story. I'm not too sure. But the Coast of Chains looks really good. It's been written by Daniel Carlson and art by Anthony Spade. It looks really good. It was made in 2022. Yeah, so I'll show you the next comic that's coming out. Look at that. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And that's the title page here. That's the title page for this comic. Oh, and also plus it has Operation Domino Part 5. I've been reading those Operation Domino stories, and it's a little hard to get my head around a few of them. They go so fast. The pacing is off the charts. Absolutely off the charts. But anyways, without further ado, this is what is coming up on this week's live episode, this live show that we're doing at the moment. We've got publishers, in the publishers news, we've got News Shakti Comics, Phantom and Mandrake the Magician covers. We're going to be talking about that. Phantom numbers 21 and 22/23 are out. Mad Cave Studios, new Defenders of the Earth variant cover has just been unveiled, so we're going to be talking about that. And in the creators news, we haven't had a creators news segment for a very, very long time. We're going to be talking about Paul Mason shares new Phantom art. So that and a whole lot more on the Enthusiast coming up on this week's show. This week in the publishers news, Shakti Comics has revealed their latest covers for the Phantom issue number 14 and Mandrake the Magician issue number 13. And last week on the show, we had a look at the preview for these covers, and they, just saying this, they look amazing. Like, you're looking at one of the covers, the Phantom cover, for this thumbnail, and the Phantom's just, he's just holding on to this plane for dear life. I'm just going to show you, because this is absolutely amazing. Look at that. That is awesome. That is awesome. There's a awesome. That's awesome. How many more times can I say that that's awesome? Okay, we've also got Mandrake the Magician. Nope, That's me. Mandrake the Magician cover for issue number 13 in that comic book series. Pretty good. Pretty good. Also, I'm pretty good too. Indoors. Okay, we've also got, and as I said, they look really, really good. And as I said, they look really, really good. And I look good too. Okay. Drinks break before we get serious. We're never serious on this channel. Okay, sweeping your floors since, no, making really, really great lemonade and sweeping your floors since 17? Since the 17th century. It's really, that's just a joke. And it's not sweeping your floors, it's making great lemonade. So, cheers. Pardon me. As I said, it is, as I was saying, it is being reportedly said that the comics are at the printer and they are hopefully set to come out in mid-October. It's also been reported that the current set won't be published in Bengali language in India, which is sad, but at least we're still getting Phantom comics. We're still being able to have something that we can read if you know Hindi and English. If you don't, well, maybe they might go back and do some more Bengali comics when they get to do them. Because you know, comics, they cost money. So Shakti comics are really, when you really think about it, there's one for English, there's one for Hindi, and there's one for Bengali. And if you really, really think about it, all those comics, all these sets that they're making must be costing a fair bit to be making. So to make Shakti comics be able to sustain and still be here in the coming years, sometimes you need to be able to make decisions for the best interests. And those interests are, well, making sure that they stay alive. Because really, in the past, we have seen that they've been delaying. And hopefully with this new set, and it looks like if they're at the printer at the moment, they are hopefully set to come out in mid-October. We're mid-October right now. I haven't seen an update yet, but hopefully in the next couple of days we might see something, and hopefully these comics do not get delayed, because we all do not want to be seeing, oh, another Phantom comic being delayed by Shakti Comics. We do not want to see that. We want to be able to have it in our hands. Every Phantom fan wants to have it in their hands. They want to be able to read it. They don't want to be getting it saying and hearing, oh, my comic's been delayed. But we don't want to have that at all. And it's been reported, current set won't be published in Bengali, as I said, but it will still be published in English and Hindi. One thing we haven't seen an update on is what the next Flash Gordon comic will look like. We haven't seen updates on that. We haven't even seen a cover. Like, are we going to be able to see a Flash Gordon comic? Are they just going to worry about the Phantom, the Mandrake, the Magician, and then release a Flash Gordon maybe soon afterwards? We'll just have to see. We haven't seen any updates yet. We haven't heard any updates yet. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Phantom Men have recently released issue numbers 21 and 22/23 in their magazine line, with the first cover being done by Luca Uberta, and that just looks amazing. And Phantom Men 23/23 being done by Hendrik Salstrom. And I'm gonna show you these covers because they look amazing and you've just got to see it. So that's issue number 22 and 23, and that's by Hendrik Salstrom. And then the other cover, which is this one here, is done by Luca Uberta. Pardon me. Luca Uberta, and that is just fantastic. It's got the markup here, the images and the graphics on it. And then look at this. Look at that just being blank. It looks great. It sort of reminds me of Romando Felming's work when he was just absolutely killing it. He was an absolute master. He was. I absolutely love his work. And if you want to be able to own this original artwork by Luca Uberta, you can contact him on Facebook or Instagram. On his Facebook and Instagram pages, you can go on there if you want to be able to purchase this really, really great cover. You can, and yeah, it's really, really great. If you want to purchase it, message him, DM him, and that would be an absolute great thing to have in your collection. Any original art work is great. I gotta say that. And why not? And now I'm not like getting like paid to say that his artworks are great and to send him a message, because they just are. They are, and I'm not getting paid for that because I'm just doing it out of the kindness of my heart. You can now watch my show, The Enthusiast, on Anchor and Spotify. The Enthusiast, where passion for the Phantom doesn't waver. New episodes weekly on Tuesdays, and I will also be putting a link to the podcast in the description down below. It's always down there for easy convenience, and all this information that we are sharing with you is on the best Phantom podcast that is ever going to be made. So have a look down there. All the episodes will be uploaded, and it's going to be absolutely great. People thought I was going to say fantastic. It's going to be fantastical. It's going to be amazing. And also in the publisher's news, Mad Cave Studios have released a new variant cover for their new Defenders of the Earth series, with the cover being done by Alex Zafovic. And that just reminds me of the olden day series that was run by Marvel Comics. That is just amazing, because the same cover artist that has done this variant cover is the same artist that worked on the original series that Marvel and Star Comics were doing back in late 1980s, I think it was. And that is just amazing. I'll show you how amazing it actually is. Look at that. That is beautiful. Also brought to you by Phantom Fan, best information website on the planet at the moment. Defenders of the Earth. Really, really great stuff. Really, really great stuff. And you can now get 14% off on all things Hermes Press with the code Enthusiast 2022 Whether you're looking, that code is all in one word, whether you're looking for a great book to sit down, where you're looking for something really, really good to be reading on a hard afternoon's day and hard day's work, there's always something for you to find at Hermes Press today. Go there, use the code, and get a great book for your collection. It is always available so conveniently, and it's down in the description box. It's always there. It is absolutely great that we get to offer you a great resource enabling you to be able to get more books, read more books, and to have a lot of fun doing it. So use it as you please, because that's what it's there for. In this week's Creators News, we have not had a Creators segment for a very, very long while. And yeah, Paul Mason shares a new Phantom artwork. Paul Mason shares a new Phantom artwork on his Instagram page, and it looks amazing. And we're going to show it to you right now, and we're going to talk about it. Look at that. That is amazing. That's great. And now we're back. So, Paul Mason has made this and shared this great image of the Phantom. He's looking at you. He's probably... I have my suspicions that his work... My suspicions are that this could be a new installment, and it looks like a new installment could be getting made for the Phantom in Nam's storyline. His work in that series is awesome, and I will be waiting with anticipation what comes out of Paul Mason's drawing board, because that is just a great series, it's a great storyline, and great art. And have you been enjoying Phantom Cave Reviews? What about subscribing? It's the greatest YouTube channel to talk about the Phantom. And what do you think of the new Shakti Comics covers? Do you like them? Do you not? Comment what your opinion is on the covers down below. And then subscribe to see more great videos and more great content for this great YouTube channel called Phantom Cave Reviews down below. And as always, keep Phantom Caving, stay safe, and you will see me next week on The Enthusiast with another great episode. Bye!